Yesterday, I came across a quote that said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to proceed in spite of it." That quote inspired me, so I decided to look at the origin of that quote. I could not find one. However, I did find a book by William Murray in 1922 about his Scottish expedition to the Himalayas. In that book is the following quote: "Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always ineffective. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth that ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then Providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never have otherwise occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would have come his way. Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now." This was the call to action that William Murray issued to his fellow Scotsmen in 1921 as leader of the first ever British expedition to attempt to reach the summit of Mount Everest. Though the mountain's peak would remain elusive for another 30 years after their journey, Murray's account of the 1921 reconnaissance mission, preserved in his book, I think it was titled The Scottish Himalayan Expedition, would serve as a crucial step in that direction. Setting out from Darjeeling, India, in May of that year, Murray led a team of his fellow Scots, including a couple of renowned climbers like Alexander Kalis, into Tibet, where they established an advanced base camp. And by the way, this whole concept of a base camp came from this expedition. And from there, small groups pushed higher day by day, inching up the untrodden slopes of the mightiest peak on Earth. Hampered by the lack of oxygen, equipment that would later enable the summit, Murray's men still managed to set new altitude records above 23,000 feet before hazardous conditions and short weather window forced their retreat. While the summit of Everest would not be conquered on this first attempt, the 1921 expedition blazed trails, both literal and figurative, for climbers who would follow. Painstaking maps and vital lessons about survival at extreme altitudes were born out of their efforts, paving the way for future expeditions. Murray's profound words on the courage required in the face of uncertainty captured the very spirit that allowed these pioneers to venture into the unknown. The lesson is clear. Great ambition requires commitment in spite of fear. For it is only by boldly taking the first step that Providence can align to support us with all we need to achieve our aims. With courage and resolve, anything we set our minds to is possible.